Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mundane Matt, and remember last week when I did a video about Tomi Lahren getting suspended from the Blaze over her views on pro-fucking choice? Well, unconfirmed sources, and this is the widespread story at this point, are saying that she has been permanently banned from the Blaze. Yeah, permanently banned for having a change of opinion. This is the world that we live in, and it's not just conservatives, it's fucking liberals as well. If people change their mind on any hardline stance, they're viewed as a pariah. They're viewed as Satan. They're viewed as something horrifically bad, even though what Tomi said made total fucking sense in line with her views. Christ, when she comes out and she says, I am pro-choice because I believe in a limited government and I don't want the government telling women what to do with their bodies, holy fucking shit, that is a great stance. I'm not going to lie. This one I actually never thought of. But after she said it and I thought more about it, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A person out there who wants the government to stay out of their life and stay out of their choices would clearly be pro-choice. But a lot of people out there have attacked it as being like, well, that ain't pro-life. Pro-life is what we need to be because that's what Jesus intended. And fuck that. We don't have a set religion in this country. We're not doctrined by that particular fucking ideology. Christ all fucking mighty. If you don't want to have an abortion, no one is holding a gun to your head and making you pull out the fucking coat hanger. That's not happening. So stop acting like it fucking is. All right. And with the defeat of Trump care, and let's be fair, that's what it fucking was. All right. The right's trying to call it Ryan care, trying to protect and shield the Trump because apparently in this case, he didn't do nothing. It's just another part of that thing where Planned Parenthood is going to keep its fucking funding so abortions can continue as planned. Or as needed, really. The comments on this video ought to be fun. But anyway, according to sources close to Glenn Beck, they're saying that the reason why he banned Tomi Lahren forever was because of essentially a dick measuring contest, right? Like that's what it kind of boils down to. Is they say here that Glenn is reminding the world of his conservative principles by sidelining Tomi after she insulted conservatives by calling them hypocrites. So a person who champions free speech and the open opinion and not trying to create an echo chamber, and Glenn Beck himself has actually said that they hire people based on differences of opinions at the Blaze, sideline somebody because of a difference of opinion, and then doesn't see the irony in the whole hypocrite calling situation, right? It's just pot meat fucking kettle. It goes on to say here, he's trying to balance being a leading conservative thinker and also someone who can unify the country. He couldn't just sit by and watch as Tomi Lahren said there's no way for conservatives to justify anything other than being pro-choice. No. It's the justification part is bullshit, right? It is. It's absolute fucking horseshit. The idea of what Tomi said, it makes sense if you look at it from a fucking just constitutional situation. Like the pure fucking beliefs of conservatives. I want government out of my everything. But what about wombs? Oh no, they gotta stay in the wombs. When they get out of the wombs, I don't fucking care, right? It's kind of like I could almost see them acting like the opening to 300, where it's like they protect the baby in the womb until the baby comes out, and then they take the baby and they walk it over to a cliff to make sure that it's got genetic purity, and if it doesn't, off the cliff it goes. That's the mindset that I see when I see this kind of shit. But also keep in mind, Glenn Beck got cucked a few months ago when he went on the Samantha Bee show Full Frontal and basically apologized for being a die-in-the-cast conservative and being so fucking divisive over the years. You want to talk divisive? This is a dude who was a straight-up fucking conspiracy theorist given a goddamn primetime time slot at Fox. And just to watch him work was exhausting as all hell. But then, of course, after a couple years, he comes back and he's like, no, I'm far more centered now. I'm far more libertarian. I'm far more nuanced. And I want different voices and different opinions. Unless you're pro-fucking choice, then you can get fucked. That's basically what I take from all this shit. Cracks me up, though, because he went on there and he apologized. And then he went on to the Rubin Report and tried saying he's part of the new center. But then he goes and pulls something like this, right? It's all about trying to establish the dominance, is essentially what it is. It's fucking Glenn Beck wants to return to his former glory. He does. He wants to be that voice that people on Fox turn to for their news and also their crazy chalkboard scribblings. That's what he wanted. That's what he wants. And he felt that slipping away probably with the fact that Tomi Lahren is a rising star on the Blaze. She's probably the hottest property on the Blaze. And she said something that was controversial and maybe a little bit divisive to the audience. And it's one that ultimately would have blown over. It really would have. It would have just kind of gone away. People would have forgotten about it in a couple days. But this, my friends, is where the Streisand effect kicks in. Because essentially, by sidelining her, he is attempting to censor her from his network. Censor her opinion on his network, of which she became popular on his network, and then also boosted its popularity because of her opinions. Weird, right? It goes to show you that people like Glenn Beck are in it for Glenn Beck. He found himself the number 2 on his own website. He looked for any reason he could to get rid of Tomi, given how fast she had grown, and he's trying to reestablish his connection to the conservative party. Shit, he left them fucking years ago. The Tea Party is his fault, to be honest with you, but I will give him one credit. I will give him one credit in all of this mess, and that would be the Freedom Caucus, because his actions to mobilize the Tea Party to get them to bring in their own candidates and get them elected worked. And ultimately, they didn't do anything over the course of their time being in office, except for basically not going in line with Trump Care and being the key linchpin in it falling the fuck apart. So, yeah, I guess in retrospect, you did good, Beck, but you don't celebrate that by firing your star. What you should do is bring Tomi on with a discussion with you and hash these things out, debate it like you keep claiming you want to. It just makes me wonder if when you issued the command to ban her permanently, you just keep looking over at your red phone. If she wants to defend herself, she has the number. She can call, but she won't. So I know that it's true. She's a hypocrite. Because that's your mentality, Glenn. That's your mentality. That's what it's always been. You sell people a fake narrative. You sold them lies. Hell, you sold them gold. Or you had them sell you gold, really, because you own part of that company whose advertisements ran on your show. And you never disclosed that now, did you? And you have a website called The Blaze, which in 2014 had about 29 million clicks per month. Not bad actually. But in February of this year, you're down to 8.8. You're down. You're dying. Getting rid of Tomi ain't going to bring those people back. Getting rid of Tomi is only going to cost you a lot of shit. No, I mean, this could be the end of the Blaze. And if it's Tomi Lahren who did it, I ain't going to complain. I'm glad to see Glenn Beck with egg on his face, because that man should not be trusted. You can tell by his actions in December apologizing for what went down in conservatism, to his actions now of trying to reestablish his conservatism by getting rid of Tomi, shows you that he only cares about himself, and he never cared about you, never cared about anyone else. So the faster he goes away for good, I think the better off all of us will be, regardless of your political beliefs. But anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Like I said, the comments should be fun. My name, of course, is Mundane Matt. Be sure to thumbs up the video, subscribe if you're new. See how many I lose off this one. And check out my vlog channel. Check out my movie channel, 3 Buck Theater. All movie news all the time. And I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.